Okay, we're live, and we're doing our first confession that we are 100% bi.
We're 100% what?
Bi.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
bi-coastal. We have the Atlantic Ocean there, and we have the Pacifico Ocean on the right side.
Way in the Pacifico, right in the middle of it. Any guesses where I am? Anybody? Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Those that know me well know where I am, right?
Yes. So this is a very impromptu Docktails with Cocktails, where we finally both have our feet in the sand and the ocean, grounding ourselves like you cannot even imagine.
This is not cocktails. There's no cocktails.
Oh, it is for me.
I just climbed out of bed, so mine was coffee.
You should be having a mimosa or a Bloody Mary. Like, get with the program. It's 7 o'clock here.
I need to go find one. It's 1 o'clock, so I guess it's time. It's time, correct?
Right.
Yes. So how's it going, everybody? And I guess nobody's going to be joining us right now because what is it? I don't even know what day it is. That's where I'm at. It's Saturday. People are out doing stuff, doing their own thing, not drinking drinks in the middle of the afternoon. Maybe they are. And so Tim and I got to catch up with you because we missed our live stream this week. As you saw, I was, I didn't send a picture. I was actually getting an infusion of some good stuff at the clinic. And it went a little late because I can only take the infusion so fast. So we apologize for that. And then the next day, I was at the hyperbaric chamber getting my healing on in my hip and my elbow here, which you can see it's doing pretty good. Still a little red, but New Leaf Hyperbarics and Wellness is revamping my life, and we're going to do a show with one of the supervising physicians for them in the upcoming weeks. He's scheduled to come on and talk more about how hyperbarics works, and I really want to get into the red light therapy on how that works as well, because you can do red light therapy on its own, and I combine it with the hyperbaric chamber, and it makes a big difference. When I come out of there, I mean, maybe more so for me than you, Tim. What do you think? But when I come out, I say to the assistants working there, like, I feel like I'm making it up because I literally can swing my legs out of the chamber, which is, like a big tent, and it doesn't hurt. And it takes my pain from like a 3.5 down to a 1. It's like incredible.
I have had a great week. You learn how to kiteboard. It's weird being a beginner again, and it's been very real. And interestingly, the biggest kiteboarding store here is called Real, and I find that fascinating because the experience is very real. I cannot wait to move to the Gulf Coast of Florida and take what I've already learned and turn it into an actual hobby, because what I need is more extreme sports. Obviously, that's completely the case. And it's been great. I mean, it's really been great. We've done all sorts of stuff. Yesterday, I don't know if you saw any of the posts on Instagram, we were going to go to the Wright Museum again to see the Wright brothers memorial. And we stumbled upon this gigantic car show that was just crazy. So we just did that. So it's been fun. And some of the best things in life are surprises, right? Like how most of us got here. Because I know for my parents, I was 100% a surprise. So that's how it works.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were doing that until I popped open the Facebook page this morning to see what was going on. And I was like, is that a replay from last year, or is Tim really at a car show on the East Coast? So
I had no idea I was doing that until we drove by the car show.
Of course, like most things in life, it's like, car show, halt,
right.
Screech, turn around. Yeah. Interesting.
No,
so have you learned any health lessons on this trip?
Health lessons.
Well,
Yes.
this is like a medical podcast show, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna. I never realized how few carbs I actually ate till I was around people that eat lots of carbs.
And is that a good
So
thing or a bad thing?
no, I'm going back to meat. Meat. Lots of meat.
So did you eat more carbs and feel worse, or did it help you, or what?
I don't know. Definitely hungry more, but I did tons of exercise. I mean, tons of exercise. If step counting counts, I've got close to 15,000 steps a day. A lot
That's
of
a
those
lot.
were in the ocean walking because I was getting my ass kicked on a kiteboard. So yeah, I have no way to judge it. I need to go home, go to the gym, weigh myself, and see if there's a difference. Um, but man, once you start eating carbs again, it is like it's a heroin needle.
I know, right? I know. But I've been there. You know that the last
Yeah.
couple of weeks to months recovering, and man, with all this hormone mix up going on with me, now I understand the carb cravings that women get, uh, PMS, and I never used to get that. Um, but you're right. My diet's slipped, and I've been eating more carbs. And for me, the thing that really tips me over the edge, um, is the wine. I love my wine, but if even 2 glasses, it's just so much carbs for me. So um, I'm not saying that's the only bad carbs I get, but I really notice it with that. And then sweets at night, I always have some kind of craving, but I can eat like one piece of dark chocolate and then I'm kind of good. For me, it's like wine, or if you do like a bunch of bread type food, that kind of stuff, it really gets me. So
So
anyway,
does High Rock vodka from Charlotte, North Carolina count as carbs?
carbs, of course it
It is.
does.
It is.
Is it
Look
good?
at this. It's
Are they gonna
Dale and Amy Earnhardt's preferred cocktail mixer, and they have featured
cocktail?
cocktails. Yes,
So wait, do they own the vodka company?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
They
But
so they're the label on the vodka or the mix? You said mix.
no, they're the label on the vodka. I pulled
So are
this
they?
right off the bottle.
So maybe we're dropping a hint that they should be our next Stocktails with Cocktail sponsor. Or I guess technically
Correct.
they're sponsoring you right now, as you sponsored them by buying their vodka.
Yes, I would take Earnhardt money in like 1 second,
So
and
let's get to
that's.
the cocktail. What are you drinking it with?
I'm drinking it with uh, air.
Okay, you're drinking it straight out of the bottle. No, just on
Correct.
ice. Just on ice.
Just on air,
Oh my gosh, that's
the
hard.
way
That's
God
hardcore
intended.
desperation. Okay, no, the way your genetics are, tell everybody the Russian side of you is coming out, and so
Yes,
there you
the
go.
Russian side of me, where they wean you from your mother's nipple straight to a bottle of Smirnoff.
And so, how is it? Is it
It's
good?
actually
Gasoline or in between?
no, it's good. It's actually really good. It's very smooth, and it's 44 proof, 88 proof, so it's 44%. So it's actually a little bit higher potency. And usually that tends to gasoline stuff, and this didn't. So I would recommend High Rock.
Okay, I like
And
it.
if
Well, let's look it up and let's see. I wonder if it's
yeah,
on the West Coast for those of our followers that are on the West Coast.
right.
Um, I've got a special one in mind. Our next cocktails that I'm going to bring. There's actually two. You know which two probably I'm thinking of, but we'll leave it at that.
Yes,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
very, very good, and they're very, very different, which is
Yes, they
really cool.
are.
Very different.
Like you and me. They're different.
Yes,
We're East Coast, West Coast,
that's exactly right. Like so,
uptown, downtown. I think I'm uptown. You're downtown. You're East Coast. I'm West Coast. I just don't call me Chanel West Coast. Whatever you do.
no. So that technically is Pamlico Bay. Or no,
Nice.
I'm sorry, Pamlico Sound,
Yes.
which is technically part of the Atlantic Ocean. If I walk 2 blocks to my right, I would smash into the surf of the Atlantic Ocean. And the reason Cape Hatteras is so famous for windsurfing and kiting is because you have all these consistent winds because you're essentially a tiny sliver of sand in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with the sound on one side, so you don't get, and it's very shallow, so you don't get pummeled with surf.
So I forgot where actually the way you were facing. So you actually get the sunrise in the morning, and then because you're on that out on that bar, you
Yes.
see the sunset at night.
So one of my friends would get up almost
place.
every morning and go and walk the 2 blocks to get the sunrise. And then we would have, dinner here and get the sunset, because it is a 2-block walk from the East Coast to the West Coast.
This sounds kind of like an ideal spot. Although I don't know, it's not quite as warm as I'd like. I'm thinking maybe Cozumel or something. Isn't that
it's
the same?
Yeah, if you're here in July, it's way warmer than you want it to be. And then if you're here in August when the hurricanes come, it's probably unpleasant.
Although, what's the island on the east coast of Florida that's like that? Is that Coco Island? I think it is, off near Cape Canaveral. Can't you go to the island and get the sunrise and the sunset? You don't know, but I'm thinking I might need to explore that. Wonderful. So, when I asked about medical stories or lessons, I was wondering, did you learn to wear sunscreen?
Yes, because otherwise my face would have burnt completely off my body. It would have been like an episode of the Guardians of the Galaxy where the guy, like, his face is literally burnt off by the raccoon chewing it. So yes, I did. But I have an unbelievably amazing mocha tan.
Yes, you do. I can see it from here. Well, I'm not quite Casper the Friendly Ghost, but I've got my sunscreen always on my face, my SPF 45, and I'll tell everybody what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Epion's tinted sun shield. Maybe we can tag that on later. I really like it. Epion's makes good skincare products for everybody. I know I had the kids use it when they were younger because they had acne prone skin with breakouts. Good stuff. They got stuff for aging skin. They have really nice skincare products, tinted sunscreen. You can buy it. I don't know about Target, but you can buy it online on Amazon and then a lot of dermatology offices. So I recommend Elta MD. It's really highly rated. And Epion's, both of them. And I got my Alba sunscreen on my body to cover my scar because nothing makes a scar turn more red than sun to a freshly healing wound. So you cover these suckers up with sunscreen, and then you can put 1% cortisone cream on scars to keep them from getting really bright red. And the other thing that works pretty good is vitamin E. Take a little vitamin E capsule, rub it on there. And then I'm sure there's all kinds of other stuff, special creams and sauces that cost a lot of money, but pretty basic stuff. So there you go. I'm wearing mine.
I'm just looking at my half shaded face from the setting sun. And like, I think I should be in like Miami Vice whacking some guy over a cocaine deal.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of what it looks like.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That's pretty funny.
I'm a lot closer to Miami than you are.
Yeah, you sure are. You sure are. So I don't know what else to say about any kind of eventful things happening. I've been kind of laying low, staying out of the news. But I would just tell everybody that's watching this, our social media posts, our website, our logo, everything is going to be changing slowly and getting an upgrade and looking better and more regular posts because we have an amazing administrative assistant who has joined us. We've hired, and I'm super excited to have a Desiree on board along with Mitch, our creator of our reels, to kind of get this show up to the next level and make it better for everybody that's watching and make it more engaging and fun and regular and so forth. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And what else can I say? We put out our podcast last week. which, by the way, I recorded the intro to that, and I think Desiree did post it on Facebook. I did not think I was recording that video. So everybody, please disregard the fact that I looked completely unengaged, staring down away from the camera, because I thought I was just recording the audio and just wanted to get that done for the show. So she put it out there, and I was like, oh shit, that just looks so bad. But anyway, it is what it is. You see how things are behind the scenes when I'm not looking at the camera. But we did a recording with, shoot, it just dropped my brain. Karen Hale and Melinda Smith, I think, from the New Heart Mojo on New Cleveland Radio. And we were on their Karen's show before, but basically a conversation about healthcare issues. They were asking a lot of questions about, struggles as far as a patient getting access to care, how to navigate care between their doctor when they're trying to get into the doctor, but also if you're at the hospital or seeing a specialist or some mid-level somewhere and you're lost in the shuffle or the insurance. So that's what that recording is about, that we did on their show, and we repurposed it for you guys this week. So it's something a little different, just to fill in the gaps while Tim and I are away. But we've got a lot of great recordings coming up this month, people on the list. And while I'm here on my little personal vacation, we are doing a recording Monday that'll probably come out next week. So I will not drop any more hints, but let you know that we're still working while I'm gone for the month of May, and bringing you good content. Yeah.
Speaking of good content,
you're getting a refill, is that right?
yeah. I always, refill is my middle name. So, all right, kids, that was awesome. Believe it or not, we did something less than 20 minutes long, which is a Christmas miracle. And I'll try to get video of the fact that I actually kiteboarded. And I was actually going and doing it like I was, and then it's super funny. It's almost kind of what people would say cute, because I go and go and go, and then I crash, and I have no idea that I'm being recorded, because my friend that was teaching me had control over the GoPro that was on my head.
Right. Well, you need to send proof. Oh, I lost you for a second. I hope you can hear me. I don't know what happened.
Well, I was dying